So my name's Guy Tritton. I'm General Counsel and Chief Risk Officer of Origina. Well, it was 2015. Sort of past life, I'd been a barrister, which is like a trial lawyer for those not familiar with the sort of English-Irish system. And I was giving a keynote speech in Brussels to the software industry in my area of law, which is intellectual property law. And lo and behold, Tommaso Leary, the CEO of Origina, was in the audience. Anyway, after the talk, he came up to me and we had a great chat. And he said he's part of a very small company called Origina, fewer than 10 employees. And I said, okay. He said he was looking for some legal help. He said, yeah. And I said, fine, happy to help. And I carried on working for him. And then one day he said, Guy, we've got more than 100 employees and I need a general counsel. And I thought, wow, that's quite a big step for me, which would have meant giving up my time as a barrister in London. But I've always liked Origina. I've always really enjoyed my time here. People were great, very sort of nurturing, sort of caring, sharing environment. It's just a great company. And to be honest, I hesitated for about 2 seconds and said, yes, I'll take the job. Is really all about effectively doing what you say you'll do, So I suppose lead by example would be what it is. If you're telling somebody to do something and you're not doing it yourself, you're just basically a hypocrite. They don't have any respect for you because you're not doing what you're telling them to do. So I definitely think lead by example is my style. I think it's important to listen as well. I think it's very important to listen to those who work under. I have a few people who work under me. If you're not listening to them, you're not really hearing what their problems are. So I do believe that to listen to your employees, really listen. And there's a difference between hearing and listening. Listening is really paying attention to what they're saying and picking up maybe some of the vibes, what's really going on in their head, rather than necessarily what they're saying. And I think that's a really important part of leadership. So sort of lead by example and listen carefully. And I think that gets you through a lot of problems. When it comes to our customers, empowerment is making them feel that they really can trust in us. We want our customers to feel that whatever problem they have, and we're in the support maintenance industry, they can phone us up, they can call us. And we want our customers to expect, not just hope, but to expect for first-class service from us. And then there's employees. We talk about empowering employees. Origina's culture is to give somebody a task, give them something to do, tell them what you want, but not how to do it. And they will stumble, they will fall, they will make mistakes. We don't mind about that because we know that over time they will learn from those mistakes and they will get better. But if you're always telling somebody what to do, how to do it, and everything like that, they're just like robots, and we don't want robots in Origina. Here with Origina, the thing which gives me enormous satisfaction is I always feel I'm part of a team which I can reach out to people, they can reach out to me, and more importantly, we have no hesitation in doing that. And that's a great feeling to have. So this is one which people will say, oh, not that one again, but actually it's not a saying that many people know, but I use it the whole time, which is best is the enemy of good. And one of the things I have to do is negotiate agreements with customers. It's quite tempting sometimes to negotiate an agreement to sort of try and get the best terms that you can, the terms most favorable to Origina. But actually, I want a deal which is good for Origina, not necessarily the best, because I also want the deal to be good for the customer. Because what I have found over the many, many years that I've been involved in litigation, in court, in advising companies, is that for an agreement to really work between the two parties, it's got to be good for both sides. that leads to a long-term relationship, a fruitful relationship. And so that's often a good case. As I often say to to those who work underneath me, who may be negotiating, don't always try and get the really best deal. Just try and get a deal which really works for us. Protect our back, and give some things to them. It may not be that you want to give them to it, but it engenders a feeling of goodwill. So the personality trait that I like, and a lot of people may disagree with me, but to me, the word I like to use is ownership, which might not said to be a trait, it might said to be a characteristic, but I want people to own the tasks that they have. Why is that important? Because I think if you own a task and you do it well, there's a sense of pride in doing that. And so I would say that to me is a really important, I'm not sure if you call it a trait, but it's really important that employees should have this sense of ownership of the tasks, the jobs, the assignments which they're given. So a proud person is a happy person. Come and spend a day at Origina. Come to our offices, see what the culture is like, see how we work, meet everybody. Because when you come into these offices, there's just such a happy, inclusive feeling. You can't ignore it. It's like in the atmosphere. It's just there. And I think everybody who does come and work here always talks about how much they like that part of the spirit of Origina. So yeah, come and spend a day here. Come out with lunch. Let us meet you properly.